Hey everybody, welcome to BombSquad. I'm Dan Stacy, and you are about to witness my nerdy family and I use silly voices and exploding dice to tell a good story. It's pretty cool over here. Actually, it's really warm right now, but there's some cool people sitting just off camera. So, thank you all for being here. And let's see, any announcements? Oh, well, we've gotten a bunch of supporters as of recording this, so thank you to all of you. Orham to Arlini, Fexer, Copper Dragon, check out Copper Dragon Games, and of course, Interplanar Crossroads, we're doing our theme collaboration with this. It'll be into summer in this, so we might be at Sci-Fi July by the time this comes out. So every month we have a theme that we discuss different topics within that theme on Around the Hearth on Adam's channel, and then on our channel, we live stream, of course, Wednesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern. We build a one-shot based on those discussions in the Forge with Jacob and Adam, and then play test it with our supporters. You can enter a raffle as a supporter to be some of the players in that game. And then, of course, the other ongoing show, which will be nearing its conclusion or maybe done by the time this one comes out. We might be in June when this one. I don't know. Dan will know in the future. But Knights of New Seattle, the AfterQuest team who brought you Outlaws of Alkenstar are playing in a Fallout game. So check it out. We just had a really intense session last week as of recording this, and I'm really interested to see where it'll go. Yeah, you guys have any announcements? What's going on?
So Dingus Day.
Dingus Day. No. That's exclusive content.
That's all you get.
Check it out. Become a patron, a local supporter, and you will get access to all of that. All right, then. There's a couple ones I want to say.
I know exactly what you want to say.
It could happen.
It could. Let's dive into the dingiest episode of BombSquad.
Hey! It's gonna happen.
And we dive back in.
Would you forget?
No, I just wanted to be dramatic about it.
It was good.
Yeah, it'd be really embarrassing if after playing all this time you somehow forgot how to do the dive back in thing.
Yeah.
I just really want attention.
Oh, I see. Yes.
Well, it worked.
Okay. Spicy. Here we go. All right. So we discussed off camera. We are doing a slight time skip as the council decides the fate of everyone. I should have...
A little presumptuous.
Wow.
Deciding my fate.
Maybe, guys, second thoughts here. Wait a minute.
We will... So I have a scene for that, but I'm sorry, I should ask you guys ahead of time. Does anyone want any scenes while you guys are under house arrest, waiting for adjudication? Anything you'd like there, or do we...
Really, I had one thing that I just thought of that. Aurora at one point would be in her room staring into the mirror, her mom's mirror, and just having a moment of seeing herself again. Her hair's getting whiter, her eyes are fading, and a little bit of a sadness, I guess, in it, too. But, yeah, just a moment there.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. Does everyone... That'd be cool to have everybody have a little...
I don't think we should be there for that.
No, I meant...
That's our moment.
You see Aurora, she's there, she's just crying, and then you see this head.
Rick and Quinn are in the background.
I meant...
I'm so sorry.
Does everyone want an individual moment? A nice shot. It doesn't have to be dialogue or anything.
I think Pim Pam's going to be spending a lot of time with Mary Marie, just getting, having the stability of just the family connection, just enjoying the tranquility that Mary Marie usually has around her with her zen and stuff, and maybe every once in a while Pim Pam can, like, you know, push something a little bit out of place and just, you know, see if it, how badly that throws Mary Marie off her zen.
Yes, I love that.
But then just talking about family, talking about growing up, and I think Pim Pam is a bit curious just why and how Mary Marie grew up so fast, and Mary Marie may be curious about, you know, Pim Pam's experience with that just being like a moment for her, but just giving them a chance to connect and to have some of their own one-on-one time to just get to know each other better.
I love that. A lot of time spent probably in that, how'd you describe it, that they're like clamshells almost for the greenhouse where they're working on
not clams, like, I don't know, like, we were talking about the Sydney Opera
Oh,
House.
right.
It's,
That's right.
It's kind of like layered
scales almost.
scales. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. I love that. And that would be a good moment to officially give Pim Pam 𝒔𝒐𝒏𝒄𝒂.
Oh my gosh.
Which is an item. Go ahead and read it out just because I don't have overlays.
𝒔𝒐𝒏𝒄𝒂. Phantasm 3, persistent damage 2, heal 3, restoration 3.
Oh my gosh. Can I have
What is this nonsense? Okay.
Read further, it'll make
Augmenting
sense.
special -1 and expendable, which means that it's not a one-time use thing. It happens and then it needs to, like, recharge or something.
Yeah, actually, if you read the
right.
the explanation, it'll make sense, I think.
Okay. A miniature 𝑑𝒐𝒏𝒄𝒂 with fertile dirt for its back that will grow magic plant trinkets when cared for well.
There's
an
a little
item
on the back, too.
Oh, it will move about when held and care for the garden with its tail throughout the day. An item can be made once a day. It takes 8 hours to grow and lasts 24 hours. Roll a d6 to determine what is grown from the following chart. 1, refreshes fertilizer for the day, no item is grown. 2, heal boon, power level 3, consumable. Oh, 3, phantasm bane, power level 3, it grows shrooms? Restoration boon, power level 3, consumable. Persistent damage bane, power level 2, augmenting. And aww. Well, that's really cute. 𝒔𝒐𝒏𝒄𝒂 sings to you. Advantage 1 on your next roll. Reroll to grow an item.
Because all dice explode.
So it kind of sounds like Jigglypuff song or something.
It doesn't put you to sleep necessarily. But yeah,
Unless
I
I'm
imagine
rolling
it.
to sleep well.
that's true. So yeah, whenever you mark it, I mean, the idea would be you'd roll at the end of the day, and when you wake up, the plant would have grown overnight, and you could pick it, and now you have it for 24 hours. It'll crumble if you don't use it, and you can do it again every day.
I love it.
Yeah, good. And if you roll that 6, you get an advantage on your next roll whenever that next roll occurs. And you also, because all dice explode, you get to roll again to see if you get a trinket.
That's awesome.
So,
That's fun.
If
absolutely.
I keep rolling 6, it just keeps singing.
Yeah, the advantages will stack. It's only on one roll, but as long as you keep rolling 6s, you get to keep re-rolling.
Awesome.
Nice.
Or you roll a 1 and it has to take care of the garden. So, awesome. I was excited about that.
That is so cool.
So, Brick or Quinn? You guys.
For Brick, I guess I always pictured Demeter would bring him a beer or something. Because the last time Demeter saw Brick, he was like a completely different person. So, I don't have to like RP it or anything, but just
Carry on.
just a space.
Beer's ready. Little magic box, 'cause every dwarf has one.
That's gross. I'm imagining
dwarf.
microwaving beer now.
Magic
Every
box
gnome
that
has
makes
them.
beers.
Stuff in a box. Every dwarf has a beer in a box.
Oh, that's so good.
It's a microbrewery.
Legend.
Not at him, not to him.
No.
I'm still collecting
He has
that.
Demeter.
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 Yeah,
Demeter gets it.
Legend
Demeter
point.
gets it.
All right.
Here we are.
Dodge that bullet.
but just a time for them to talk and Demeter to like reintroduce himself to Brick after he's starting to get memories back and gone through the trauma that the party's gone through, and just be clear that he's going home, and just whatever questions Demeter would have for him. And
Yeah, I think he would want to ask you about what that means, and he wants to help you. But he would also tell you about his home and all that's going on there. It's politically tumultuous, I should say, politically tumultuous, just like everywhere else right now. But after the information that you guys collected about those the other dwarves that you guys had ran into with Tzedekah's jewel, he feels like there's more clarity now, but also he's very worried for his home. So, Quinn.
I think Quinn would be doing two things. Secretly, not so secretly, I think he'd be following Brick around. Like, being out of the way, but wanting to be close by. And then the other thing, when Brick is just sitting and talking with Demeter, he'd be talking a lot with Archelon and his mom, specifically about his name, because that's gotten him in trouble the past couple times. And whether or not he needs to be ashamed of it, or be, why is it causing so much trouble? Why does it need to cause so much trouble when it should cause people joy? It should cause people to feel hope, and it's not. It's doing the opposite for some reason, and that's why he would say it. That's why he started. He felt proud, and now there's this slight twinge of not shame but fear, and within his name, just his name, and so how he should respond and move forward with that. There's just a lot to talk about in that,
Right.
within Archelon, especially within the wisdom thereof. And his mom, of course, would just talk in like the gentle, nebulous tones of a mom, and like everything will be okay. You don't need to worry about that type stuff. And
Yeah, very much. I know who you are.
I know who you are.
know
Don't
who
be
you
ashamed
are.
of who you are. That kind of a thing. But then the wisdom and logic of the Archelon. Right?
I think it would be Lathan that would talk a lot, actually, the first Arc Hero.
Yeah.
He would probably talk to you about it's hard for people to accept these things. What you're saying is there's a lot more weight than there's thousands of years on that name.
Yeah.
And to claim that is something very intense. And it's not that it's wrong, just not everyone's going to understand.
Yep. And I think so the teaching him his request, teach me to hold the name well. Teach me to not profane the name. Right? If this is a name I didn't earn this, it was given to me. But
that's good.
I need to live up to it nonetheless. That's a lot. You know, a lot to consider, a lot to think about, but not enough to stop him from what he's doing.
Yep.
You know, between Archelon and his mom.
I think there would be times, especially just from what you said too, going back to Lathan, because he was the one that came back first.
Right.
And would have been seen as something evil, and him telling the stories of being the first Arc Hero.
Interesting. Yeah.
What that means, making that claim and then proving himself.
Yep. And just as the reason he'd be following Brick, whether this needs to be said or not, but I think not to annoy, he's staying out of the way for the most part. You may or may not even notice him, but it's more of a devotion to Brick. He said that he would be with him and he would follow him from the very beginning, and now that they're back and there's this bit of peace, he's going to continue to do that. And he's been trying to do that even throughout the mansion, throughout our mishaps and all that kind of stuff. He's been trying to stay with Brick, and so he's just continuing to do that. stay close by, and he very much honors Brick, reveres Brick as something significant, and so wants to continue to be around him, to learn from him.
That's great.
A lot.
All right, so we'll have it's like a montage, seeing these different scenes of you guys at the Greenwood estate, and then we jump to, it's been about a week from when all of this occurred, and the council has met. You guys have each written out basically statements that about your side of the story. You've provided all that information that Pim Pam and Aurora found, and there have been eyewitness testimonies, and the council has taken this all in. The high seat has come here himself, the adjutant, and is presiding over this with the council. The council is made up of the heads of the family, which includes Lady Greenwood, as well as the White Dragon Faith, and then a representative from the Kingdom of 𝑑𝒐𝒏𝒄𝒂. And we jump to the pronouncement, the judgment that the council has decided. And then I think I'll give that kind of idea. You're all standing there. It's this large building with 2 stories, very much thinking like British Parliament sort of setup. With this room, the main council is there, and then there's all these other people in there. A lot of people have shown up to this. Some of the, especially there's 2 families. The Scolari Hreinsson has a family that was with him, and then the one town guard that you guys killed also had a family there. Pim Pam's, what do we call him? Antagonist. He's solo, but they're there being represented up front, as well as you guys. Lady Greenwood is standing representing you, and then Proctor Mala is actually there. He's the orc that knew Iliad. He's there representing the White Dragon Faith, as one of the kind of witnesses and people being judged, just standing in their place.
And we're all there?
Yeah, everyone's got to be there for the announcement.
Okay.
Yep. I mean, if someone doesn't want to be there, we can...
I'm just curious, like, what weapons I can bring in.
Yeah, there would be no weapons now. There would be a scene with Brick.
Municipal buildings.
Yeah, exactly.
Except we all have hidden innate weapons.
Yeah.
I know. Well, there's
Can I hide egress?
No, you know what I'm going to do? I think we should go more medieval style. Weapons are allowed. Weapons are there. There is some kind of anti-magic field going on. There's a higher tier balcony. So there's the first floor where you guys all are, and there's lots of people seated. And then there's the second floor for more people to sit and see. There's this upper balcony where just faintly you can hear some kind of chanting or humming going on. And it's a group of some kind of magic users that are creating an anti-magic field here that you can feel. You can feel the weight of it, and probably something like I want to say Zone of Truth, but that's 5th edition. What is, I can't remember an open legend.
Cone of silence.
Cone of silence.
Cone of shame.
No.
Someone talks out of turn, all of a sudden. Oh, dang it.
It's actually, isn't it a bane? Truthfulness. Thank you.
It is?
Yeah,
Oh.
truthfulness is a bane. So they're constantly enacting that in the area.
What's the penalty for not speaking the truth, or is it...
Just don't speak, right?
You can't. Now, it's the thing of you can't speak a lie.
Okay.
It's a compulsion. The target answers any questions asked with honesty to the best of their knowledge. When compelled to reveal something they would not reveal out of duress, you would make a will roll and you make an influence roll. Now, we won't totally... I mean, unless you guys want to do anything. This is really just they're going to pronounce it and have you sign some papers. So, the pronouncement. the adjutant himself is actually going to stand up to make the pronouncement as a representative of the council. I'm going to move my mic because it's just going to be easier. Brianna Adley. Actually, let me get into the adjutant voice. Brianna Adley is found guilty of the following: practicing necromancy, an effective patricide and matricide, misappropriation of Pradi funding, aiding and abetting enemies of the land, and a series of other various crimes against council and the good peoples of Pradi, as well as the White Dragon faith. I, the High Seat in Congress with this council, have found 𝑬𝒑𝒂𝒂 guilty and hereby stripped of his rank and authority in Pradi. He is found guilty of practicing necromancy, making illicit, unsanctioned deals, abuse of authority, and the White Dragon faith has revoked his seat. Proctor Mala is hereby an appointed lesser seat of Pradi. The mercenary group known as BIITA Sweet. You have been found guilty of breaking and entering, the murder of 3 individuals, destruction of property. Aurora Greenwood. Your past crimes are currently under review due to the exigent circumstances and the new information found. If witnesses can be provided, you will be fully freed from your guilt. You may now discuss with your representatives what deals have been struck and the papers before you to be signed by each. The White Dragon faith will assume ownership of the Adley estate, as these papers and filing were not found to be made under duress, and though the individuals are guilty of illicit affairs, with the loss of all known heirs to the Adley estate, the White Dragon faith has paid an agreed-upon stipend to purchase the Adley estate to the Council of Pradi. Each of the families and the houses and the wizard schools shall receive a portion of this stipend. The White Dragon faith will take full responsibility of the families of the deceased, both in monetary gifts as well as, if they so choose, entrance into the White Dragon faith, where their children will be raised to walk in their parents' steps. The Greenwoods have agreed to make their official allegiance to the White Dragon faith, as we have always been in good standing with each other, though no official announcement has ever been signed. They have accepted our union as canon, and they will be fully funded by the faith in expanding the Ballard's Hope project and bringing the rewards of that to the entirety of Anwen. To receive this, BIITA Sweet agrees to take full responsibility of the investigation into the construction of the entropy tower and whatever illicit affairs both Brianna Adley and 𝑬𝒑𝒂𝒂𝒂 were conducting there. They shall bring all these results to the council and the faith, or die in the attempt. Upon completion or death of this, they will be annulled of all their crimes. This is the decision of the council. Upon signing these scrolls on the table, there's scrolls for each person, you pronounce that you have accepted our judgment. BIITA Sweet will be freed from house arrest and no longer under the authority of the Dwarven representation here in Pradi, and may proceed in an investigation as needed with the support of both Council and the White Dragon Faith. However, if you choose not to investigate and flee, all of the above will stand, but you will be held guilty of your crimes as well as the crime of disloyalty and breaking of word. Does anyone want a moment before Pim Pam?
What? Oh no, the BIITA Sweet is standing in solidarity, and no one is going to do anything selfishly, rashly, or foolish enough to get everyone else here condemned. But she is probably going to sign Pim Pam up yours, Taylor.
I don't think that breaks the truthfulness bane. That's really, you're not under duress. And it's how you really feel. So, yeah.
Aurora would look at her grandmother.
She nods. I think you two have talked a little bit about this.
Okay.
We'll have a scene afterwards.
Okay.
But she is in agreement with all this. She's been there every day, all day, coming home exhausted because it's constant talking, and she's been interviewing the witnesses, kind of acting as like a lawyer in a sense, and so she has helped draft this set of agreements. So she would nod. She's going to walk up and sign the papers. Proctor Mala will sign them representing the White Dragon Faith in Pradi. The two families will sign, the mothers will sign.
Aurora has never signed her name before. I don't really think. Like, officially.
Yeah.
I don't know.
To real official documentation. So. That would probably be true. You left when you were young. So.
Yeah, an official thing. Yeah.
Right.
So, it's probably sloppy.
As a Greenwood too, you would do the ring stamp, or perhaps your necklace, wherever you think you would keep your family's mark.
I have my sword.
That's cool.
I put it at the end, maybe.
Yeah, maybe it's in the hilt, so you'd use the hilt to press it into the
Yeah,
wax.
okay. Yeah,
That's cool.
that's cool.
I like that a lot.
I would probably just look at Aurora, and if I'm close enough, just confirm that we were going to do this anyway, right?
Yeah.
Is that for me?
Is that Quinn?
No,
Quinn's gonna walk up and he's gonna cross out BIITA Sweet on all the things, and he's gonna rename it Quappa Bam.
Wappa bam.
Hold up.
Hold up.
Wait, we're taking creative liberties here?
Apparently. Because Quinn, as soon as they said BIITA Sweet, he started, well, wait a minute, Iliad's not here.
Right.
I mean, the Archelon's kind of here, Archeo's kind of here, but it's me, and Quinn.
They're not going to let you cross out the word.
He's maybe just
They're like holding it back.
Quappa Bam. Quappa Bam. Quappa Bam. And he's saying it to himself out loud just a little bit. Quappa Bam. Quappa Bam.
Oh, that's awesome.
Not to go too comedic, but I like the idea that there's some like pudgy like cleric
He's
sitting
never
there.
read
and
his name either.
You scratch it on rice, and he goes, "No," he scratches and rice, but it's no, but that's not canon.
What I thought you were going to say, I thought you were going to sign it Casoda for Quinn and Melanchison, son of the All-Mother.
Oh, no. He's writing I'm writing the whole thing. I'm absolutely writing the whole thing.
You are.
Yeah, I absolutely. Okay. Deep breath, and it's going to be
Big letters.
Big, huge letter. And you see me turn the paper over and keep going.
While you're making eye contact with the guy.
But if you sign that and they sign that, they are accepting that as legal documentation.
Truthful Bane, right?
He's under the truthfulness to Bane, so he can't lie.
I can't lie.
Now this means you fully believe it.
Truth.
That's interesting. That's a really good point.
It's like the post office giving all the letters to Santa Claus.
Yeah. Yeah, are they... If he puts that down, are they signing it?
Well, 𝒔𝒕𝒉 signed it.
Ooh.
Got to be.
Yeah. No, we're gonna leave it. That'll probably come up later. That's cool.
It's gonna come back and
I'll give
bite
you a legend
so
point if
hard.
it comes back to bite you.
Yeah,
You won't get one right
Thanks. Now he's just, he's just gonna find a way
He's
for it to
saving
come
that.
back and bite me.
He's saving it.
We're totally Miracle on 34th Street.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Okay.
now. There's one left. Oh, you did go up and sign it though, with the
Yeah.
Oh.
middle
Oh,
note.
yes.
Okay, beautiful.
Does Mullock have to come in like a little paw? And
Aww.
Ajax
Just like
so
immediately
cute.
melting.
Aurora like lifts up the cat and trying to get away.
Very much.
The scratches all over her.
It's episode 1, you guys.
I know. I wish I had an I in my name. That would be great for the dot for the I.
Yeah. Okay, so.
Yeah.
So, all right. Funny, not legend point funny. Sorry, guys.
Oh.
All right. If there's nothing further in the council chambers, this will be accepted and the council is dismissed and you guys will return to the Greenwood estate.
What
Unless you have
does
anything
Is there
else.
a timeline?
Oh, a timeline on
To do
finish
the
this?
to
XP
finish?
tower?
No.
No. Okay.
So like in 30 years,
But
if we
we
just kind of
can't
wander around.
leave?
You can't,
We can't
leave Pradi unless you have to go and like, if you're going to leave somewhere, you have to show, we are going here to investigate this about the Entrance Power because yada yada.
What about to go get help?
Yeah, that's fine.
But he means leaving Pradi to go get help.
Right, that's fine. You would have to present a written reason it's accepted by the council, and they would probably put a date on you must return or send word. So you're relatively free to do whatever you want, but if the it's kind of vague enough where the council has discretion, which Lady Greenwood's going to have some things to say now that might affect how you guys decide to do things. But I want to make sure, don't want to force you to go right back to the estate. She's going to break down maybe more of what this all means, because there's obviously things between the lines.
The nuances.
Yeah, that she can kind of fill you guys in on. But Brick, you didn't sign yet.
Yeah,
though.
so
that was it. I knew there was
Brick-
one person left.
we threw you off. Brick would walk up to the paper without thinking about it, but then once he got to the point where the pen or quill or whatever it is was going to touch the paper, he freezes and his heart sinks. And the disabled flaw gets activated.
Nice. We're gonna get a memory.
Yeah.
So you just see the whole, like, everyone, all of us are like leaning over to see what he's actually gonna write, and then like he just
Yes.
stops, and we're like,
And then you look at him and see the face.
yep.
All
All right, guys, this will just take a minute. Just hold on. He's
He'll come back.
come back.
He's fine.
He's good.
It's the same pudgy cleric. It's like, he doesn't get lines. He's not paid enough for that. But.
Both him and I all of a sudden reach out and touch Brick just to be able to be a part of his memory.
Right?
Yes.
We're not going anywhere, but kind of.
The magic doesn't work.
That's true.
Mine's not magic.
Oh, okay. All right.
I was hoping this would be
no
the one
feeling.
time that Dan would be like, okay, I accept that.
It was a you
keep trying.
reached too far.
You reached too far.
Brick's not magical, so this doesn't count.
Here we go. You ready? Yes.
Can I do like the little, the
please.
bridge explanation?
Yes, I'm sorry, I forgot.
that's
We're
fine.
gonna try and do that now.
So for Brick, in his mind, he's going back to that broken bridge.
When
that
I was with you.
Yes.
Okay. Well, then I should be there.
That's up to Dan. I'm not.
Magic.
Did this on purpose.
The bridge that, like, Quinn kind of opened Brick's eyes to as this way for him to experience how broken his mind is and how it's repairing. He finds himself farther back at the beginning of whatever bridge this was than ever before. Like
Before it crumbled?
no, like just to the backside.
Okay.
So
For Brick, he can clearly sense this is the beginning side of the bridge. This is the end side of the bridge.
Okay.
He has that sense, and you can feel it.
and he just gets, like, he can look back and almost see the land where the bridge starts.
Okay.
He's that close to it. And then he gets the memory.
Here we go.
No pushing. Thank you. Hi there. You don't want to play? That's okay. Sometimes I just like to sit too. What's your name? Not telling, huh? Well, I'll just guess. You look like a Billy Goat Bob. Are you Billy Goat Bob?
No.
No? Well, I'm out of ideas. You've come a few times before, haven't you? Someone normally comes with you. Is that your brother?
Yeah.
What's your brother's name?
Dylan.
Dylan. I think I remember Dylan. So next time I see you both, I'll be sure to say, "Hi, Dylan. Hi, you." Or maybe I could say your name. What's your name? What's your name?
My name is...
Legend point.
Thank you.
Brick is suddenly going to come out of it in fight or flight. And everyone freaks. A lot of the audience steps back. And
What does that mean in fight or flight? Like, what do you do?
The paper probably like crumpled, and he just like shoots back onto his butt and his back, doing like the backwards crawl away from the table.
Okay. Quinn's gonna go right up to him. He's gonna
we're
be face to face. Brick, you okay? You're right here. You're with us. Brick, calm down. Calm down. Don't move.
He's just looking at the floor, like kind of shaking
Yeah.
and just like holding his hand up.
Yeah. Take your time. Don't move. Do you need water? What do you need? What? Can I get some water here?
someone will go running. The council is like council members have stood up. Everyone's freaking out and waiting.
Brick is still looking at the ground, like between his knees, and
like in a daze, or like as if something should be there.
No, in a daze.
Okay.
Not sure of like he's still coming to term. remembering where the heck he was before the memory.
Okay.
And he's just gonna be saying, I don't remember.
Brick, do you know who I am? Do you know me?
Yes. Yes. I know. And then he's gonna look up and kind of lose the color in his face when he sees like the spectacle that he's made here. I'm okay. I'm fine.
We can call a recess. It's fine.
I'm fine. He's gonna like slowly stand up and go back to the paper.
Pim Pam's been staring down like any guards that look like they're on edge. Just be like, at ease.
Everyone, yeah, they all are for sure. But nothing crazy's happened.
And shaky hand like going out to the quill, and he tries to like smush the parchment back out.
Can Quinn?
Pim Pam will pin it with her fingers and just be like, but if you're not signing, take it all the way down.
Sign. And he's going to write like the scribbliest signature that like it basically says nothing. It's just squiggly lines. And he's gonna kind of step back and just wonder if that's okay. Wait for someone to call him out on it.
The cleric scribe that's there picks it up, and everyone's kind of tense and waiting, and he kind of looks at it, gives a nod to the adjutant in the council, the high seat in the council, and rolls it up. Very well. The judgment has been accepted. Council is dismissed. The group known as BIITA Sweet shall return. The clerics. Present. Make the plans you have and present them to the council when you are ready. And we'll return to the Greenwood estate unless anyone has anything else.
I want to check in with Brick. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm sorry.
I appreciate you helping.
Yeah, I said I would. I'm here. I'm sorry for that.
Yeah, it felt wrong to me too. But, you know, if it was what we needed to do just to get, you know, Greenwood's, you know, back on track, then it was the right thing to do.
Yeah. I'll try to give a heads up next time. And he's just gonna be like shaking his hands out. And wherever we're walking, probably just walk ahead of people.
Quinn's not too far behind.
All right. Returning to the Greenwood estate. Sounds of children playing or outside. They all have the half-dragon outfits because they made them anyways. So.
Do they have little vagrant outfits now too? Just every once in a while, there's like a scarf around someone's neck.
A little cosplay going on.
That's right.
There's one with a white wig just running around.
Yes, yeah. Absolutely, I love that. You guys go into one of the kind of relaxed, what do I want to say, like a powder room sort of place with a fireplace. Like, it's where Lady Greenwood goes to
parlor?
not be prim and proper.
Imagine all of us trying to cram into like a half bathroom. Brick, you all right?
Yeah.
Good? Great.
Pim's in the corner.
Brick's on the toilet. Leave! Just go!
Work.
We've never seen this before. Wait.
All right. That was my fault, but you get it.
Thank you.
All right. So you guys are in a room, and she kind of undoes some buttons and just collapses into a chair. Oh, this is been exhausting. Nice way to end it, Golem. You all right?
Yeah.
Fine, Grandma.
Almost gave me a heart attack. So, a lot just happened. I don't know how much some of you understand. I think it's the best we could make of all of this mess. Effectively, the White Dragon Faith owns Pradi now. But, yeah, we'll make the best of it.
I have a question. Are we allowed to bring others with us to the entropy tower, or can it be only us?
No, yes, anyone who's willing to go with you can go.
Well, then why not bring, like, everyone?
I think you would find it hard to convince people to go. It already has a stigma around it, and after everything with Brianna and Holshire, it will be tough.
But if people were willing to go?
If you came back with some kind of information about what is going on there, I'm certain the dwarves would go with you. I don't think the council is already...
Who said anything about the council being willing to go?
They are not. No. It's one of the things here they thought, well, if you deal with it, wonderful. If not, you die and they don't have to deal with you. Right? They're certainly not going to go any mess. And they are also struggling. Several of the members, I don't know if you noticed, there were a few seats empty. And Tatiana has let me know that several have been struck with this new form of the blight that's affecting people.
How is it different?
There's one of these times where Lady Greenwood's austere mask kind of breaks and you see just sadness. You can see Gwen. She's... And I saw those people you found down there. All the same. Empty. Several of the council members have been struck with this as well. We have hope. Ballard's hope. I don't know, but Tatiana is encouraged, speaking with Ambrosio and Miri Marie about seeing can what they have done with the plants be brought to people now. But that's it took years to get it to where it is now, to get it to help higher life forms. I don't know. That's beyond me. But we are, whether you succeed in this mission or not, the Greenwood Estate is effectively without money concerns. Ever. And we will put everything we can into Ballard's Hope. So...
Perhaps some more rooms.
Yes, an expansion on the orphanage would be overdue, I think. We'll see. Perhaps the Adley estate can be turned into that. That would be That would be apropos, I suppose. She never let anyone in, or fill it with children. But what else can I tell you? All I know is this new high seat is... He knows what he's doing. I don't know what his goal is exactly, but... And this new book... Well, I've never been one for religion myself, so it is fine. Progress is still their goal, and helping others now seems to be a main point in it, so we do what we must to succeed.
How long do you think the high seat's going to be sticking around?
No, well, he's quite young. He's one of the youngest high seats. So, I mean, unless something outside of natural causes happens, he'll be around for 200 years or so. I mean, he thinks he'll be here forever. He is certain he's bringing to fruition. There's some claims in this new book they have. I haven't fully read it, but something about once all is brought to level and the temporal realm will be brought up. If all can be brought in as one, then the dragon will return and raise us all up. I don't know. It has been since my grandfather's time that the dragon has openly spoke or even presented himself, though his power still flows for what it's worth.
If the Greenwoods are accepting this new union, does that mean that I have to?
If you were to take over to the estate and the runnings of, then yes, you would.
So you have to live forever?
No, you just have to outlive him.
Yeah. It's not something that I would like to do, so, or really could do.
Well, as far as I can tell, granted, the High Seat does wield the power, but his following grows day and day. They are putting forth massive amounts of resources and wealth, outpouring to everyone. All who ask. It always comes with stipulations, of course, but he is playing the long game, and he is winning followers.
Speaking of which, should we be worried about the Hyacinth? Are they going to cause us trouble too?
I mean, they are certainly the most fanatical part of this. In what way do you mean? I mean, yes.
Are we still being hunted by them?
No, not technically.
What do you mean not technically?
Well, as long as you are completing your mission and investigating whatever it is that Adley and Holshire were up to in that tower. As long as you don't break the bonds of this agreement, they cannot do anything to you.
Do you see any way of them extending the agreement even without us knowing by the words that were on it?
No, I was very careful in it. There is still some vague language in there. I couldn't do everything. The council has the right to decide when you are no longer fulfilling your end. But your death or the completion of this mission, clear information and either solution to whatever is down there. Here's the problem. We don't know. We don't know what she was up to. No one has been allowed in there. She was always hiring outside. It was one issue that I was trying to use to stop her funding. We were coming up on her 10-year mark with the agreement, and that was going to be one of the main reasons that she was not hiring within the Pradi Institute itself. So, outside of her family and herself, no one's been in there. So what do we say? But other than solve the problem or bring some actual information that we can act upon, and you'll be released. And of course, when it comes to that time, I will be here to help. We will certainly be working on laying the groundwork to make sure you're freed from this bond when you do complete it. But to be honest, I think it is good that you go.
And I think Marley's there. Marley Sutton.
Why would you say? She's been gone for so long.
I think I've seen there. At least I'm assuming it's there, but Marley witnessed everything the night that I had to leave.
Yes.
So she could at least free me of my guilt from that.
I think that is coming, no matter what, but her word would certainly expedite things.
I don't know if she's still alive. I think the necromancers are doing the things that they do. They're taking life to grow their own power. So I don't know how much time she has left.
Well, unfortunately, granddaughter, this is leadership. You are going to have to prioritize things.
What do you mean?
You being free is of higher priority even than Marley's life. If you can save her, you must, but we cannot do everything. We do the most we can with what we have at our disposal.
And Aurora will hear children just screaming through the hallways. We do. We try. So they want a plan. They want us to write them up a plan of what we're doing, or...
They just want to be knowing whatever it is you're doing. I'm certain they are looking for ways to take credit for everything you do, of course, and making sure if there is any need to get rid of you, they will want to know if any, T's aren't crossed, I's not dotted. So, as long as you are keeping them abreast of what you are doing, and I will help, Tom and I will write up all the paperwork for you, but at least let us know what your first steps will be. There's a knock at the door. Tom walks in. He looks much more tired than he ever has. He's always had big bags on his eyes, but they're dark and shaded. He's probably not sleeping well. Forgive me, Lady Greenwood. Aurora. There is a Proctor Mala here to see you all. He says he has something to present to you.
Let him in.
Very good. Proctor Mala, of course, you remember, is the orc who is friends with Iliad, and he is now lesser seat of Pradi. As he comes in, he's wearing that conical-shaped hat, the lesser seat one, which is much more grandiose.
So
He has
he's
to duck
lesser
in the
seat
door.
Mala now?
He is now lesser seat Mala.
Okay.
Yeah. Forgive the intrusion, but I have some news for all of you. Your friend, Iliad, he is here.
Like right now? Like so
Here?
Quinn pushes him,
Here?
pushes you aside, pushes.
He's here.
Yes.
Wait, I don't see him. Where is he?
Well, I'm sure you'll be hearing him in a moment. Sing me a song, Master Hobbit. As you are utilizing a phantasm to keep you and your friend hidden. Sorry, I should have warned you ahead of time, but I just
inside my mug.
Is this his friend?
No. So
Iliad has become
Iliad.
a
I
raging
so
alcoholic.
cozy.
you were using a phantasm to
I'm not
hide
here.
yourself and YBERG.
Oh.
And what's it look like when you guys materialize? YBERG is very unhappy with your song choice. He's been having to listen to it this whole time because you have to maintain the song to maintain the phantasm.
There's no one around. And he's still doing it.
And YBERG is the only one that can hear it.
Cone of silence.
Trying to think. I've got a blueberry pie, or a grape pie, of course, that I'm presenting. I have some on my face. And I'm... Hi! And it just sort of like opens like a little curtain. We like peek through and then full exposes.
You just see YBERG is back behind you going, oh, thank the primal dragons. It's over. And this has been another fantastic episode of BombSquad and every Studios production. Do give us a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to follow the adventure. You can further support us and become a part of the ever-growing forest known as Avenue Studios by joining our locals, our Patreon community. Doing so will not only help us continue to create high-quality content, but you will gain access to our bonus content as well as our exclusive Discord where you can chat with us, play games, watch movies, and so much more. Don't forget to check the links in the description below for the sound, music, and ambience that we use. And thank you so very much for joining the adventure. We will see you next time.
I even put my notes out.
All right, bye.